Hey guys, what's up? How are you guys doing? So you're welcome to another FX market overview. Today is 12th February 2024. So I was supposed to have made this recording yesterday, but I got very busy, so I couldn't do it. So that's what I'm gonna do today. All right. So as you can see, to stand on my screen, we have the dollar index chart, and we're gonna start just like we used to, our analysis from the dollar index. But then quickly to the upper right of my screen, we are going to be looking at these assets. Same thing we looked at last week. That's the dollar index, Euro USD, GBP USD, NZD CAD, Euro NZD, and CAD JPY. I think some of them have actually gotten to target already, so we're going to remove them from the radar. Like I said, I've been busy, and over the week also have been busy with other things, so I haven't been able to. I didn't even trade last week, and then CAD JPY. I saw that it already got into target. I think Euro NZD is already making a move. Also, NZD card also making a move, right? So I didn't have time to actually look at other currency pairs to add to the list for today. So we're just going to work with what we have for today, right? So let us review the ones that have played out first, and then we know how many is left, right? So yeah, so let's start from okay. Let's start the usual way. Okay, that's our dollar index. So dollar index price has finally got into the imbalance, right? The imbalance we have been anticipating since the beginning of the year. We wanted price to come into the monthly imbalance up here. Price got there last week and is rejecting off that area. So now what's going to happen? What most likely should happen is that we should see dollar index start to sell down. But that might not happen immediately. Why? Because I'm going to show you something on EU. Because of that, I think dollar index might still go a little bit up further into the imbalance. Most likely, that's what should happen, right? But then based on the structure, the present structure, we are kind of bearish internal structure. The bigger structure is bullish. As you can see, we have this low here and we have this high, and then price already came into like discount. But then looking at this area, just this entire area now, we can see that we have what this lower low, and then price gave us this lower high, and it's kind of giving us a bearish momentum inside a bullish structure, right? But then just to go with the flow, price already came into the imbalance we have been anticipating. And then if you go down lower time frame, like to the weekly and to the daily, there's actually that internal liquidity we were anticipating that the dollar index was going to take out, and that was definitely what happened. As you can see, we were looking at price taking out this liquidity in this area. Once again, the market is attracted to areas of liquidity, right? So seeing this liquidity now, dollar index, see how dollar index just bought up. I mean, this candle was on Friday, and then on Monday, institutions were like straight business. They just went for the liquidity and then started to reject price, and we closed further down last week. And now today, Monday, dollar index is taking out this equal lows, right? This is last week liquidity, last week lows, and we've taken it out now. And then what would most likely happen is that because of EU, I want to see the dollar index to go up, right? So let me share come here and then show you the EU on the daily time frame. This is dollar index daily time frame. This is EU on the daily time frame. Now, this is EU on daily time frame. What can you see? Right, I can see the equal lows, right? I can see EU has liquidity just chilling, right? And you know, it has always been a game of liquidity for me. I like to spot the liquidity. Then that gives me my, trade. Definitely the liquidity has to be in line with structure, right? The liquidity has to be in line with structure. It has to be in line with other confirmations, right? So that's it. When I spot the liquidity on a higher time frame, I want to make sure every other thing, every other checklist aligns with the liquidity. Then I'm going to look for trading opportunities in lower time frame to take price all the way to capturing the liquidity, right? That's how it is. So I see the equal lows on EU now, and we're beginning to, get multiple days of buys. So more like a retracement, and then maybe there's going to be a big drop soon. Not even maybe, we'll most likely see EU go down because of the daily lows to the downside. And for dollar index, what that means for dollar index is that if EU goes down, then most likely dollar index is still going to go up, right? That's why I said maybe we're still going to see some move into further into the imbalance, right? It came into the imbalance, the monthly imbalance, and it's rejecting. But EU has this equal lows just chilling in this area. EU has this equal lows just chilling in this area. So therefore, we're going to see lower pricing on EU, and then dollar index most likely is going to go up. Let me see. Do we have uh kind of equal highs, but not really that? Yeah, kind of. But I mean, EU is much more perfect. So for EU, I'm anticipating lower pricing. Let me see, what do we have on the 4-hour time frame? So on the 4-hour time frame now, we have this bigger imbalance here. You see, so it would make sense if we can get price to come into the imbalance. That's going to be premium, and then maybe take a sell from there. But then we also have this low resistance highs, more like equal highs here also. So I'm just gonna wait to see what's gonna happen inside this imbalance. Okay, if we get some lower time frame distribution inside this imbalance, then that would make sense. It is still Monday, it is still very early. We don't know what the institutions have planned, when they've planned to take out the liquidity. Now let's check Forex Factory. If we have some major news for this week. So Monday, we have the USD, GBP. Tuesday. Oh my God. Tuesday we have CP high, right? Major news. Like among CP high, I mean between CP high, FOMC and NFP, CP high moves a lot, right? So for Tuesday, that's tomorrow, 2:30 p.m., we have the core CP high. That's the consumer price index. Major news for dollar index. That's a really major news. Okay, so we can expect those big moves, right? And then if all things like just go as planned, everything go as planned, they could just straight come for the liquidity, right? But then who knows? Because now we have liquidity up here in this area. All right, we have this liquidity here now. So we have highs here, and we still have the daily lows here. And now today's Monday, tomorrow we have CPI, major news for the dollar index. There's going to be big moves in the market. So which of the liquidity is going to be the play now? Right, this can be very tricky. That's why I'm not going to have a limit order here with the stop loss just exactly at where liquidity is. As you can see, we have daily lows and we also have liquidity here and liquidity here. So I'm really going to be patient to see what is going to happen, right? The candles are going to give us some signs, not all the signs, as to what is most likely going to happen. So just keep studying, looking at the candles, monitoring the chart. You should see what is most likely going to happen before it happens, right? I mean, you can never be too like 100% correct with the analysis, right? The candle could be telling you that it's going to buy or it's going to sell, and then you get in based on your confirmation, based on what the candles are telling you, and at the end of the day, the trade still decides to go the other way around, right? That's why risk management is like is good. Risk management is good for me, right? Has kept me in the game longer than I can imagine, right? Some trades are looking so good, and I try to get in and then hit my stop loss. But then I'm sad because the trade doesn't go my way, but I'm a good trader. I understand that, okay, I'm going to recover this back as long as I stick to my risk, right? I have more money to trade because I know how to manage my risk. I'm not going to get affected by a loss and then try to recover it and then place a even bigger risk. And then it doesn't go my way, then I've lost more than what I should lose again, right? So risk management, very, very important, right? So for dollar index, higher pricing, EU lower pricing, but then we have CP high and EU has liquidity to the upside and downside. Kind of dangerous, right? So let's really be careful as to what's going to happen. Okay, but I'm going to look at this and hopefully get an entry before tomorrow. That's it. I want to make sure I'm in before the CP high so I can put my stop loss at break even. And I hope this CP high will not be one of those trades that when news comes out and then the broker could not even close you because the move was so fast, right? I mean, that has happened to me. That's happened in my favor, and it has also happened against me. I mean, if you have been trading for years, you should have experienced this, right? When fast move occurs, that the broker could not even close you at even whether your SL or TP, right? There was a case with, I think was it GBP major news. I cannot actually remember last year, and I was buying, no, selling down. Yes, I was selling down. USD JPY. Yes, I was selling down, and then the major news happened. I think maybe CPI or something, and then UJ sold down heavy. Like the news came out and it was like a big drop to the downside. It didn't respect my TP. I had a TP around 1 to 6 or something, gave me like a 1 to 14. That's the news in my favor, right? It didn't close me at the a good TP, went straight down to like 1 to 14 or 18. I can't remember. And then I've also experienced when it went against me. I had my stop loss and break even. Boom, the move just happened so fast that it closed me at a loss. All right. So if you've been trading, you should know what I'm talking about. All right. And then if you're a new trader also, just don't worry, you're gonna get there. That's not gonna be the last time it's gonna happen. So I'm sure. So we really need to be careful in this business. Right. Okay. And also if you're a new trader and you've been following the weekly outlook and many things look new to you, don't worry, just keep following the weekly, the course, the Forex Trading for Beginners series. It's going to be really amazing. I can promise you that. By the time you're done with the course and you go back to watch my weekly outlook videos again, it's going to click. Everything is going to click together and you are for sure going to start having a better understanding of the market. So this week, come Wednesday, we're going to drop another part. That's another episode, part 5, right? So we're going to be dropping part 5 this week. And then next week is going to be part 6. Is once a week, right? Once a week. Yes. Okay. So for EU, lower pricing, but then be careful of the liquidity to the upside. So that's it for dollar index and EU quickly. And then for GBP USD, GBP USD already hit the target, right? We were actually anticipating lower pricing and boom, that was what happened. Like I said, the market is attracted to what? Areas of liquidity, right? So you can see EU stalled for a bit and we're looking at price rejecting from this imbalance. Look at how many days price just kept going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And then finally, we had a push to the downside and the institutions came for the liquidity. Liquidity has been captured, started to reject price all the way to the upside. Can you see? And now they've created some more liquidity to the upside here, and then it's even more liquidity now. I can do this and say, okay, this also to me will be liquidity. All right. So if EU is going to go down, if the institutions are looking to take dollar index up the more, then GU should go down. EU should go down. CPI is going to tell, right? CPI is tomorrow. And then EU want to go up. There's also liquidity to the upside. So I'm just kind of in between now. But let's just say GBP USD lower pricing. Right. And then for NZD card, this one has started to make the move, right? Told you guys we had equal lows here, remember? And then we wanted price to come down to take out the liquidity. Once again, prices attracted areas of liquidity. And that was what happened. We took out the liquidity, came into the imbalance, and we started to see higher pricing from there, right? So uh started to see higher pricing, and finally they've actually broken the structure and we are back to being semi-bullish, right? And then if we go to let's take the 4 hours time frame or the 1 hour time frame, was that an opportunity to have gotten in? I'm sure there would have been, but like I said, I didn't trade all through last week. I wasn't feeling fine, and I was so we had what break a structure, low, lower high, lower low, break and high, and I'm sure like scale high, scale definitely go to the 30 minutes. There would probably be an imbalance for a play. Yes. Set 45, 50 minutes just to see the imbalance. Exactly. So instead of being a play, just if you had kept an eye, all right, boom, price came into the imbalance and that was a move up and up we go from there, right? So Now, I still believe, like I've been telling you, that NZD CAD is going to go up until proven. Otherwise, I'm still going to be bullish on NZD CAD. So the first entry, we've missed that already. I didn't get in. But then if the move, if the overall play and the order flow is to the upside, then there's still going to be more opportunities to get in. Right now, we've even broken the structure now. This is more confirmation that we might be going to the upside. So just a little bit of retracement and go up. So if you want to trade this, keep an eye on NZD CAD for higher pricing. And then Euro NZD. Euro NZD, we've also been looking at this also for a long time now, and we're called out to sell from here. And so far, price is responding slowly to it, right? So it's been coming down since January, guys. And you can see it just coming down slowly, slowly, slowly. So I think this is going to be the overall target. So if you're not in yet, you can still get in on a sell for Euro NZD. I believe they're going to take out this daily liquidity. And we also have this little liquidity building up in this area now. See this one here. So it makes sense to just see that big drop to the downside. That's for Euro NZD, lower pricing. And then CAD JPY is done, right? Told you guys higher pricing because of the liquidity, and price just did the typical imbalance play, right? That on Friday they created a big move. Monday they little bit move to the downside to give us the complete imbalance formation, and then we have the imbalance, and then Tuesday came into the imbalance, and then higher pricing from there, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, boom, straight for the liquidity to the upside. That's it, right? So let's check 1 hour time frame. It's an entry. Sure, there would have been, right? So going by structure, we do have this low, lower high, and this lower low, and then price broke structure. I'm not saying, yeah, we could actually have played this mitigation institutional cube candle, right? If you put an entry here, stop loss at this low, that would have actually been one entry, or maybe play the 50%, depending on how you want to play it. Stop at this low, that would have been really close to SL, but I mean, that's a 11 pip stop. In this case, because of this equal lows, I would have actually put my stop somewhere around here, about a 17 pip. And oh boy, this moved right. Once again, I wasn't feeling too well, so I had to focus on my health. So that's it. So for CAD JPY, trade idea is complete. There's no new trade idea for me. Liquidity has been captured. We're going to take it off the radar. So we only have this to focus on for this week. Euro dollar, lower pricing because of the liquidity. GBP USD, lower pricing. NZD CAD, higher pricing more. And Euro NZD, lower price. It makes sense, right? Because like I said last week, if NZD is the base and CAD is the quote currency, and then we are anticipating higher pricing for NZD CAD, that means we're calling on the strength of NZD, right? And then if we're now trading Euro NZD, if NZD is still going to gain strength, then definitely it should pull Euro down. So that's why we're seeing Euro NZD go to the downside, something like that, right? Yep. So, guys, this is it for this week. These are the assets, same from last week. Still going to be looking at them. And hopefully, we get an entry for CP high, and hopefully, we're going to be a part of the big move, right? So, remember to trade safe, don't over leverage. It's not good. All right, guys, take care. Bye bye.